All right, now let's stop because we're kicking all the snow into our neighbors. So we're gonna see if how well the vanes work. I'm gonna get out of the way so I don't catch it in the face. All right, just so you can see, there's ice here on top of it. That's why we're getting some of this issue. Look at this thing here. This is not light fluffy snow, okay? All right, hold on. You want to turn it so it's going away from the building. All right, let's go. Oh, that's terrible. Oh my, stop! And this is what happens when your wife is out to get you. Oh my gosh. All right, so we're talking about electric snow shovels here. Specifically, we're talking about the one from Ego. Now, I bought this one myself. Now, Ego sent us lots of stuff in the past, including their full-size electric snowblower. This thing's it's a 26, 28 inch. I don't know, it's huge. It's got heated grips. It's self-propelled. Even the chute is like there's a joystick and it's all mechanical and stuff. In fact, the wife and I have to fight over who gets to use it when we get enough snow to use it. But there's a lot of other cases where it's more than you can do with like a broom or a leaf blower, but not so much that you want to drag out that giant behemoth. Like the deck, I'm not going to drag that thing up on the deck just to get the snow off there so I can walk around without slipping and killing myself. So this is where these electric snow shovels come in, whether they're small sidewalks, maybe a small driveway, a deck, stuff like that. Maybe you just get light snow and you don't really need a full-size snowblower. You know, and I know a lot of you are going to come in here with all these caveats about electric this, and you got to go with gas and blah, blah, blah. It just, all your arguments have failed, all right? The electric snowblowers have been out for a good long time. Electric works in the cold. It just does. The proof is that it works. People keep using them. I'm up here in the Rocky Mountains, and my little town, almost everybody in town is rocking an Ego electric snowblower. Now, depending on the size that they get because of how much land they have or how much property, that changes. But all of them are running electric. Almost, I see maybe one or two gas snowblowers out anymore. It's just not, it's not worth it because of the hassle of having to deal with gas. It's bad enough during the summer dealing with gas. In the winter, having to get the gas out and prime the thing, get the engine warm, all that stuff. No, just pop the battery in and go. So this is what I love about these snowblowers or the snow shovels, is because they're kind of that, as I said, the in-between thing. Now, the other caveat people have had with these, because they've been out for a while, the first they came out, they were corded, and then they came out with cordless, but then they were like, well, they only throw it in one direction. Well, as you saw, these now have vanes, and they're not the only one. I'm going to show you some other options. We'll go through buying options here at the end. But a lot of these now have vanes on them that do direct the snow off to a degree offline to center. Now, not a ton. They're not going to get there and shoot it straight right like you can with my big snowblower. But it's enough so you're not like blowing it into the neighbor's yard or blowing it in your window or something like that, or onto your husband. Anyway, the point is, you got options, and these things are great. Now let me show you a close-up of these vanes. One of the biggest complaints when it comes to tools like this is that they only throw the snow straight. Well, they've come out now with these vanes here that are built in, and there's a knob on the other side to help you twist them. You gotta push it in and twist. I'll show you when we're outside. But I wanted to show you that this can help with the deflection. We're gonna see how much it actually works, see if it actually will throw the snow in a different direction. Now let me give you one more look at this thing in action, and this is me using it one-handed because I'm filming with the other hand. So if I can do this one-handed, imagine how easy it is to use rather than going out there and huffing and puffing and trying to just do this the old-fashioned way. Now here's just a quick overview. There's the battery, that's the 5 amp hour battery. There's the trigger, there's 2 speeds on it. the handle, the disconnect, and then the power head unit itself. All right, let's talk pricing on these. Now, I ordered mine from Acme, and you can see here the multi-head unit with the power and everything and the full kit with the battery and the charger. You're looking at $400. I did not pay $400. I'm going to show you how you can save some money because trying to find snowblowers on sale in the winter is kind of hard. Now, I will say they do offer the non-power head unit where you can't change out the head on this. It's just an all-in-one unit, and that's $329. So you're saving $70 by doing that, although you are stepping down to the 2.5 amp hour battery. I believe this one comes with the 5. Now, what I did was I went for $279 and got the recondition. Now, Acme is an authorized reseller for Ego factory reconditioned tools. So I got the Ego Power Plus multi-head with the snow shovel kit, with the 5 amp hour battery, with the charger, all of it for $279. Now, one of the reasons I went with this is A, it was cheaper, and B, I like the idea of the power head because there's so many things you can use with it. Let's go through some of the attachments. You've got, of course, the snow shovel attachment. It's $1.89 right by itself. We got the rubber broom, which is great for clearing off hard surfaces, stuff like that, $279. There's the bristle broom here, the brush head, which can really get rid of stuff. You know what? In light snow and stuff like that, both of these heads can take care of that as well. $239 on that one. You've got the pole saw on this, so you can get out there, reach out, and take care of some of those branches, all for $110 to add that one on there. And as you can see, it's got a built-in oil reservoir. This is a nice little pole saw here. Right up there, you're just attaching right to that multi-head system. You got the hedge trimmer as well. You can get out there, 20-inch hedge trimmer. You really take care of some stuff. Now, if either of those aren't long enough, they have an extension, a 31-inch extension. So you can really reach out there and touch someone if you would. We got, of course, the grass trimmer, 15-inch string trimmer there, as well as the edger, 8-inch edger attachment for it. And then they also have a brush cutter to go on there and really take care of some of that nastier kind of stuff. And then come springtime, you're ready to do some tilling, they've got you covered as well. And that's what I really like about this system is there's so many different uses for it. Now, that said, what about the battery? It comes with a 5 amp hour battery. What if you need more batteries? Ego batteries are not cheap. Look at that. This one Ego battery. Look at this. The battery itself is more expensive than the whole reconditioned unit. You can't make that up. And that's how much the price of Ego batteries are. Let me get out of the way here. You can see the whole thing. $300. Now, as you may have seen, we've talked about, and I've got it here, we've done some work with Whately. This is they say it's a 5 amp. It's really more of a 4 in my testing, and it doesn't have all the features. You can press to see if it's going to charge, but it doesn't have the little bars that go around. It doesn't have the rubberization on some of the Ego batteries do. It's lighter weight because it doesn't have the same kind of build quality. It also doesn't have the same kind of price. You're looking at $299. Let's go back to this. $299 on the Ego battery, or for the Whately, you can get in here and get it for $90, and there's a 20% off coupon. All right, I got to tell you that easing up on that weight, I would rather have 2 of these than 2 big heavy ones. In fact, I've got I'm laughing because I've got 2 of the 12 amp hour Ego batteries, and I was going to put them on there just to see, and I'm like, this is just. It's squeeze ain't worth the juice on it. They're just so big and heavy. You don't want to use those on the handheld. Maybe if I had used the strap, there's a shoulder strap that comes along that clips onto it that really makes it a lot easier to use. And I probably should have attached that. But anyway, let's get back into it. So now let's talk about some of the other options that are out there. Okay, or Greenworks. I talk about Greenworks a lot, saying they've really come up in the world, and they're really kind of trying to contest there with Ego, especially with their 80-volt line. This is their 80-volt a snow shovel here. It comes with a 2 amp hour battery, charger included for $234.49. That's a pretty decent price. It does not have the vanes on it to redirect here. So you're just going to be throwing it in one direction. But you know what? You can tilt the blower. You can do a bunch of other stuff with it to get the snow where you want it to go. It's a well-built unit. That's a lot of power in that. for $234.49. That's a pretty good deal. Now the next option here is Works Nitro. Now they get to 40 volts here by using 2 of their standard batteries, which means if you're in the Works line, you're getting 2 more batteries you can use with other stuff, and when you need to jump up to that 40 volts for stuff like this, and I do recommend that you do go the 40 volt route. There are 20 volt ones out there, but it better be really light, fluffy snow and not much of it at the 20 volt. You really want the 40 volt one. But anyway, we're looking at the Nitro here with the 2 batteries, with the charger. It's got the vanes on it. In fact, I even like this T-handle there for switching them. I bet that's a lot easier to get a good grip, especially when you got gloves on, right? Anyway, double charger there, all of that for $260. That's 13% off a list right now, $260. Now let's keep going. Now we rate your DeWalt guys. Now this is a 20 volt option for the folks in DeWalt. This is made by Melif. We've shown Melif tools here on the channel quite a bit. They're DeWalt compatible, okay? They're not made by DeWalt, but DeWalt batteries will work with them. And you're getting a battery here, you're getting a charger, you're getting the blower, and it even has the vanes as well. And it's only $120, but there's a $20 off coupon, so it's $100. Now, granted, it's only a 20 volt system. Again, I only recommend this for light snow, that kind of stuff. But if you're in that area where you just get light snow, small areas and stuff like that, this might be the option to go with. Heck, you can use that battery with your DeWalt tools if you want. And then we've got Skill. Now, this is the Skill 40 volt, and it's on sale for 47% off. That's a huge savings. It's probably on sale because there's a recall right now on Skill 40 volt batteries. Yeah. So Shervon apparently they can catch on fire. This is bad. But I think they've gotten on it kind of early. And the community, if you go to the community section on this channel, there is a link to the recall. So you could buy this, check and see if the battery's under recall, and then just turn around and get the free battery replacement and get yourself a $148 40 volt snowblower. Granted, this does not have the vanes on it, but Skill 40 volt is a decent line. They're well-built tools. It's a nice little snow shovel there. You get the charger with it. You get the battery. You might not have to replace the battery, but 47% off. That's a pretty good discount. Let's not leave Ryobi out. Ryobi's got a 40 volt system as well. 40 volt battery, charger, plus the tool, $259. It's 20% off. Sorry, $20 off right now. But again, you're not getting the vaned system on here. You got to figure out if you need those directional vanes or not. And we jump over to Walmart, we got Hart's 40 volt system. We got, and this comes with a 4 amp hour battery with the charger. You're getting all of that here. Again, no vanes on that one. You're just doing the straight blower on this. In fact, it doesn't even have the little hood on it. It's just blowing the snow everywhere. It's just creating a nice little snowstorm. But I bet it does a decent little job. $248 on that. And then lastly, we've got a restored Snow Joe, if you like the Snow Joe line. So you're getting 40 volts, 13 inch, 4 amp hour battery, charger, refurbished. Again, no vanes on it for $142. Again, I got to admit, I am a huge fan of the Ego line. And when I found this refurbished through Acme for $279, it was kind of a no-brainer for me. But you know what? You do you. You pick out the one you want to go with. And I'm gonna say this because I'm really pushing this hard, because a lot of you are still shoveling the old-fashioned way. And hey, I grew up doing this too, man. I used to make money walking the street, shoveling people's sidewalks and stuff like that. But as you get older, you gotta start not just thinking about yourself, but thinking about your family, because recent studies have found out that heart attacks just go through the roof when there's a heavy snowfall. It's just the numbers, man. And I went through a recent health scare. Luckily, it turned out to be nothing. They just scared me for the fun of it, apparently. But it makes you really start thinking about it. And I don't want to hear about any of you getting hurt because you tried to man it out with 8 inches of snow with your snow shovel. Don't bother with it. Anyway, check out the links and stuff down below. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.